Howdy, Tigers. Our mission is to build a learning community that meets the individual needs and the individual passions of the students we serve. And a community has a shared purpose and shared goals. So at Atascocita Middle School, our shared purpose is to build a community of mutual respect, a safe learning environment, and student learning. Well, to have a safe learning environment, we must focus on prevention. And prevention is the act of stopping something from happening or rising, meaning taking steps early so that situations did not get worse. So, for example, in dress code, we say that our shorts must be longer than our fingertips. If we didn't do this, we might have students that are wearing shorter and shorter shorts. If we didn't have a dress code saying, hey, our holes need to be lower than our fingertips, we not be able to prevent holes that are going higher and even higher or larger than what we want. But the same is true for touch. We must prevent conflict. We must prevent situations from getting worse. So we put in place a touch practice. For example, students will say, I was just playing around. I was just pushing him. But sometimes those small actions of touch and push, like flicking back at the ear or fresh cuts, or even nudges like we see in this image, could lead to maybe a student upset when they were pushed and it wasn't playing around. So what they do is they hit a little harder, or they push a little bit harder, and the next thing you know, that touch that was innocent at first, was playing around, leads to something that is a conflict. Another thing I've heard is slap boxing. And hey, we were just playing, we were just going to the restroom to slap box. Slap boxing can go wrong as well. So we have a touch practice at AMS that we started last year. We're going to continue this year. Keeping body and belongings to ourselves. Schools are a place of learning, and Atascocita is a building. We are building a learning community. So any unnecessary, unwelcome, preventable touch damages our shared focus on learning. So at any time of hour, while on the Atascocita Middle School campus, before school, after school, students who engage in unnecessary, unwelcome, or preventable physical contact, either with their body or with an object, such as throwing, regardless of the relationship or intent, will be issued a consequence based on the behavior, history, and situation. Remember, at AMS, we keep our body and belongings to self. So what does that exactly mean? At any time of hour, from the moment you enter campus to the time you enter campus. That could be 7:30 before school, it could be 4:15 after school. At any time of hour, you must keep your hands to yourself while on the AMS campus. That's classroom, patio, hallways, walking the track, the gym, the cafeteria. At all times, we must be keeping our hands to ourselves. Unwelcome, meaning it's not wanted. Unnecessary, so flicking ear, necking, pushing, squirting water, tossing any object, anything that is unnecessary to the learning on our campus will fall underneath this touch practice. Anything that is preventable, so things that are preventable are running and bumping into each other, jumping to hit the door frame, and you actually knock someone over. You could have avoided knocking someone over. You could have avoided bumping into someone if you wouldn't have run, or you wouldn't have jumped and tried to hit something on the ceiling with their body or an object. So water bottles, basketballs, pencils, anything, if those things are thrown, that violates the touch practice. Regardless of the relationship or intent, I don't care whether it's friends, your families, you're playing or not, that we are not to touch each other unless it is welcome, such like a fist bump or a handshake or a side hug. And there will be issued an immediate consequence based on history and situations. So basically, our purpose is mutual self-respect, safe learning environment, and learning. So this touch practice is put in place to prevent anything from happening that can lead to someone getting hurt or taking offense at something being said or done. So once again, Tigers, focus on learning and be the best possible you. Thanks.